And you can see behind me, it's a little picture. And I want to just add this for you, my friends that are watching this show, because in order for you to encourage these non-voters to vote, you can't really, it doesn't really work to talk about politics, about Trump or Kamala, any of those things, because a lot of those Christians have just, they're so resigned, they're so disappointed with their view of both candidates, they're just not participating. So it's important that you come at it from a biblical point of view, because Christians, no matter whether they're voting or not, still respect and honor the Bible. So the Bible is really a good way to do this. This picture here is a famous story in the Bible. It's spoken by Jesus, actually. And in this Bible story, he talks about a rich ruler who is about to leave. He leaves his land for a long trip, and he calls his 3 servants in front of him. You can see them there on the picture there. And he says to them, guys, I'm leaving. I'm going to be gone for a while, but I will come back. And a lot of Christians can relate with that because they expect Jesus to come back. But what Christians are unclear on is what happens when Christ comes back. And so in this story, you can see the rich ruler there with his 3 servants there. You can see them there. And here's what he did. He said, I'm going to leave and I'm going to give each one of you amount of resources. So the first guy, he gave 5 pieces of gold, the other one 3 pieces of gold, and one guy 1 piece of gold, according to their talents. He leaves, comes back, and he calls his 3 servants and said, hey, what did you do with what I gave you? Now, key point here, we have been given this country as a gift. The reason I'm saying that is there are only 350 million people in this country or so. Do you know how many people are on the planet? 6 billion. None of those people were given the gift of this country, this republic. Most of those people out there cannot have a show like what Joe Hoft is hosting. They cannot use their voice. They cannot express dissent from bad laws. They are so tied up there that if they do that, they will be arrested immediately. That's happened here, but not at the level there. So we still have this gift of freedom, individual freedoms, the right to speak, the right to worship. This is a gift that we've been given. And make no mistake, my friends, I'm offering you that God is going to ask us to give an accounting for this gift that he's given us. So let's go back to the story. The ruler comes back. He calls his 3 servants. 2 of the servants engaged. They did stuff. They did like what Joe's doing, like a lot of what you're doing there. They've got projects to bring about results. They worked with the community. They had workshops. They created enterprise. The point is they engaged and they did things. They took action. The third guy, this is the guy that's most important in this entire story, because this third guy is an example of the 30 million Christians in the country right now that are sitting on the sidelines. This third guy did nothing. He stood on the sidelines. And my friends, the important thing here is this third guy didn't break the law. He didn't commit adultery. He didn't steal. He didn't kill. He didn't do any of those things. The only thing is he stood on the sidelines, did not do anything with the gift that the master gave him. And the master flips out on this guy. Remember, the master, the rich ruler here, is an example of Jesus. Jesus flips out. And he takes the third guy and he said, what? I gave you a gift and you did nothing? You didn't engage? You didn't work? You didn't try to make a difference? You stood on the sidelines? I'm casting you to hell. Oh, whoa. This is a harsh reaction from this ruler, this rich ruler, on the third servant who did nothing. If we are guilty of the sin of omission, my friends, it's not going to be pretty when Jesus comes back. So a lot of Christians don't realize this. They haven't seen this in the Bible. So if you're interested to get more info, just go to Google or whatever search engine is and just type in parable of the talents, the biblical parable of the talents, and Google will tell you the same story I just mentioned, and then you can take this interpretation that I just shared with your friends.